Hey there. Today, I want to do a deep dive of Andy Stauring's Ecom Simulation Mentorship program. I want to help you decide whether this course is worth it or whether you're better off keeping your money and learning another way. Now, real quick, if you're done chasing hype and want something that actually works, check the link in the description. I've posted a video that walks through the business model I'd use if I had to start from scratch today. You'll also see a link pop up on screen to take you straight there. Now let's get back to our review. Andy Stauring's Ecom Simulation Mentorship program is a 10-week e-commerce mentorship where he teaches you how to build and scale a dropshipping store. He and his team guide you on how to find products and suppliers, build a store, and drive traffic. To join, you have to book a strategy call with a guy called Josh, where he quotes you a price that can run into the thousands of dollars. That strategy call dynamic is a clever psychological sales tactic you should be aware of going in because it makes it feel like you need them more than they need you. Andy himself is 26 years old and claims to have built multiple seven-figure e-commerce businesses from scratch. If you've spent any time on YouTube looking up dropshipping, there's a good chance you've come across his channel. He puts out a lot of content around product research, store setup, ads, and especially AI-driven UGC. I'll be honest here. I found a lot of his YouTube content genuinely useful because he explains things clearly and doesn't come across as clueless or fake. The structure of Ecom Simulation will feel very familiar if you've tried out other dropshipping courses. It starts with finding a product, but there's nothing unique about his approach because you can find very similar takes online. I'd say you can watch his YouTube videos and get a strong sense of how he thinks about product selection. He also talks about product validation and competitor analysis, and I'll admit that this is one area where I'll give credit where it's due. Andy's product vetting process is quite thorough, and he uses specific metrics and rankings to filter out products that are unlikely to perform. It is not foolproof, but if you actually follow his model properly, you can avoid a lot of bad ideas and save time and money. Marketing and content creation is another big component. Andy places a heavy emphasis on AI-generated, user-generated content, which is one of the areas he's genuinely strong in. However, he has already published a lot of this knowledge for free on YouTube, so you don't need to buy the course to understand his user-generated content approach at a practical level. He also talks about setting up Shopify with AI tools and supplier sourcing and outreach. But most of this stuff is available online, and there's nothing unique about his approach. The biggest selling point of Ecom Simulation is the mentorship and follow-up. The coaches are essentially Andy's friends, or people from his circle who have e-commerce experience. You don't really work with Andy one-on-one, aside from occasional group calls. These guys review your store or ads to help you avoid obvious mistakes, which sounds ideal until you realize that this isn't unique to the program, and you pay a hefty price for it. That said, one thing I really didn't like was how pushy the sales process is. Once you show interest and book a strategy call, if you ask for time to consider the offer, you'll likely get followed up with daily messages pushing you to sign up as soon as possible. That level of pressure makes it feel like the priority is closing the sale, not whether you're actually a good fit or likely to succeed. Another issue I have is how Andy frames success in the promotional material. Like many dropshipping programs, Ecom Simulation focuses heavily on revenue numbers. You'll hear about 5-figure days or 6-figure months, but there's very little emphasis on profit. In e-commerce, revenue is a vanity metric. You can do massive revenue and still lose money once you factor in ad spend, refunds, chargebacks, software, and fees. I was disappointed to see that profit isn't discussed more openly, because profit is what actually determines whether a business is worth running. So, where does that leave us? Is Andy Stauring's Ecom Simulation Mentorship program legit? Yes, I believe it is legit in the sense that it's a real program, run by real people, teaching real e-commerce concepts. However, there's nothing truly unique here that justifies the price tag for most people. The fundamentals are widely available for free, and in Andy's case, a lot of them are already on his YouTube channel. That's my review, and I want to thank you for watching. If you're serious about building a real online business, go ahead and click the video right here on the screen. It reveals the best online business to start, and it breaks down the exact system I recommend. If you want more breakdowns like these, subscribe to my channel for regular updates.